Alright guys, and welcome to episode 2 of this Be a Pro Season 3 career mode with Blackburn Rovers. And I'm just going to say now, I'm starting to get really confused, because as you know, if you read all the descriptions of the last 3 videos that was before the weekend, so that would have been like Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. Yeah, I did go to Silverstone over the weekend, but stupidly and oddly, I know this is coming out on like a Wednesday or Tuesday, I don't know, but I've not even been yet when I'm doing this commentary. For some bizarre reason, I've managed to get really ahead of myself on these videos, and like I'm doing, I'm doing quite a few, if you like, commentaries, so hopefully daily uploads can get going. So if that makes any sense, then you deserve a medal. So yeah, basically first game of the episode was against Leicester City, and long story short, I made one save and the game finished 0-0. So yeah, pretty crap boring. As you can see by the stats, they had one shot on target, we had one shot on target, and the shot on target was basically straight at the keeper from about 2 yards out. So yeah, didn't see any point in showing it, so we'll move on to the next game, which is against Aston Villa, and they started off really well. I had to make a save there. I mean, ultimately, I probably really should have been able to catch it, but I'm just not good enough as of yet. And then, yeah, we had a chance just before half-time, but I think it's David Goodwillie just put it past the post. But then we came out in the second half and we got another chance. Goodwillie there with a little bit of decent skill. Chip through balled it to David Hoylett, and David Hoylett on the volley into the back of the net. Now, that could have been one of the most simplest goals ever, like just a normal through ball on the floor, and just David Hoylett just finesses it into the far corner. But no, we decided to do it the hard way and chip through ball it for the volley. So I don't know why we did that, but it didn't really matter because it worked, and it did get us the 3 points. As you can see there, it finished Blackburn Rovers 1, Aston Villa 0. And there are 5 games in this episode, but it's a bit of a short episode for 5 games, because the games that I played were good games, but there were just no highlights that I could really show, so it's quite frustrating. But yeah, got a rating of 6.6, which is pretty decent. And now we'll move on to the third game against Newcastle United, and this is where things get a little bit more interesting. It was a great game to a certain degree. It was very frustrating though at the end. And as you can see here, in the 3rd minute, they started off amazingly well. Nicholas Anelka, no one could deal with him. I made a bit of a howler trying to dive to the left, and then obviously he just placed it into the bottom corner, to the right of me, well, to the left of his left, but my right. So yeah, that wasn't the greatest of all starts. But then we managed to get a goal back in the 12th minute. Unfortunately though, it was ruled out for offside. As you can see, D. Carmamago, or however you pronounce it, stepping just ahead of the defensive line. And then I had to make a save from a free kick. Again, I could have probably caught that, but it don't really matter. I kept it out. And by keeping it out, kept us in the game, and we managed to get forward in the 81st minute. And what a goal that was. A lovely cross onto David Jr. Hoylett's head. And yeah, he just headed it into the far corner. I mean, it was a brilliant goal, to be fair. I mean, just showing you the replay here, slowing it down. Just what a header that is, just into the far corner. And yeah, brilliant goal. And unfortunately though, I decided to come rushing out as the keeper and made an absolute howler of it. So they just chipped it over to Leon Best, and Leon Best headed it into the open net. And that's not going to be the only howler of the game that I make, of the episode that I make. I make an even worse one later on. So yeah, we did end up losing the game, and my PVR cut out just before full time, so I couldn't get you the little cinematic that it does. And as you can see, it did finish 2-1. Very average game, to be honest. I mean, like, what, 7 shots in total, 5 on target. Nothing really to show as such, just a couple of goals and that were about it. So, yeah, moving on to the game against Chelsea now. And, yeah, everyone was like, oh, yeah, Chelsea finally, big game of the season. First one of the top 4 or 5 that we've played, I think. And, yeah, I was looking forward to it. I was thinking, let's see what we can do. We're probably going to get hammered. I mean, there's me in goal. They've got, like, Drogba and Lavesi, and we've played them already this season in the League Cup. But, League Cup mentalities are different. This is Barclays Premier League, where you're fighting for points. And we started off amazingly well. Morten Gamps Pedersen, I think, threw a ball it to David Goodwillie. David Goodwillie laid it off to David Hoylett. And David Hoylett just placed it into the bottom corner, and we were 1-0 up within 5 minutes. I was like, get in. If I can keep a clean sheet, then we get the 3 points. How amazing would that be? And yeah, I mean, obviously I knew it was going to be hard, but I just seemed to be on form. I mean, like, in the 9th minute, they got forward. Pastore had the ball. He then laid it off to Kalu. Kalu gave it Insist. Oh, I don't even know. I've completely lost track. There, but basically, I made a double save, which I was really pleased of. And yeah, I managed to get it out. And then we had another chance with Morton Gamps Pedersen from a free kick. Unfortunately, though, Petacek made a great diving save to get it. I mean, I thought it was going in at first. But as you can see, the replay here just bends it beautifully over the wall. It just wasn't perfectly into the corner. So yeah, we went in at half time 1-0 up, and we were feeling good about it. I was on form. I was thinking, yes, I can do this. I can keep a clean sheet. And then in the 60th minute, they got forward. They were bound to put us under pressure, but I was ready for the pressure, and unfortunately they didn't manage to get a goal. Fortunately though, it was ruled out for offside. I mean, that was rightly so. I was probably a little bit disappointed that I didn't get a hand to it, but that's the way it goes. And yeah, we were still 1-0 up going into the 68th minute, and then I made an absolute howler. I don't know why I bothered chasing that ball, but I decided to chase the ball, and then Alex had the easiest of tap-ins. Well, maybe not the easiest of tap-ins, because he did have to get it past about 5 bodies, I think. So yeah, I was like, why did I do that? Why did I come? I came out for the corner. I didn't get the corner. I should have just ran back in goal, but I didn't. And I was very frustrated. So yeah, we tried to get back on winning terms, but just couldn't do it. And yeah, unfortunately, it did finish Blackburn Rovers 1, Chelsea 1. If it wasn't for an absolute cock up by me, we'd have held out. We'd have had the clean sheet. I'd have probably had the best game that I'll ever have in the net, and that'd have been 3 points for us. But nope. Wasn't to be, so we go into the derby, the Lancashire derby, against Bolton Wanderers, and as you can see, they've got a completely different team. Like, they've got Palacio, Odin Winger up front, they've got Gutierrez, so yeah, they look like quite a threat, and this was a very weird game. Like, as you can see here, in the 21st minute, we had a chance, but just put it just past the post, and then like 2 minutes later, they got down pitch, and they had a chance. It was Gutierrez, gave it into the box to Odin Winger, and Odin Winger's header just went past the post. But then nothing happened until around the 80th minute. I came out for a corner again, missed it. Fortunately, my defender on the line managed to head it clear. And then, yeah, unfortunately, they kept the ball, and then they managed to get it out to the wing again, and they crossed it back in, hit the bar, which I dive for, which obviously rebounded straight back out to them, and they managed to head it into the back of the net. I was totally losing track of that then. But basically, long story short, which I said again, I don't know why I'm saying that, we went on the pitch and equalised. So yeah, 82nd minute, we managed to equalise. And yeah, we were back to 1-1, and both teams were looking to win it at this point, and then they came charging down the pitch with Palacio, and Palacio tried to knock it across to find his strike partner, but fortunately I managed to just cut it out. We got it away, and that's how the game finished. They finished Bolton 1 at Blackburn Rovers 1. So yeah, not too bad of an episode. I mean, we could have got the 3 points against Chelsea. We should really have kept a point against Newcastle. You could be harsh on me and say that I shouldn't really have dived for the first header in this game, but I don't know. But yeah, as you can see, I got a rating of 5.9, which isn't great, and we dominated them shots-wise, but couldn't get any on target, so we had double the amount of shots, but we had the same amount on target, which ultimately, it only comes down to goals, and you don't get goals without getting shots on target, but you don't get shots on target without taking shots. So yeah, as you can see, the league table, Arsenal at top, Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea, Man City, so there's no difference. No real surprises there. We are sat 13th in the league, which isn't too bad. I mean, Blackburn got relegated in real life this season, so I think around mid-table is going to be alright. We've got a goal difference of 0, 0.9, so yeah, I think we're doing alright. It just, you know, I could probably improve a little bit, maybe cut out the costly mistakes that I make, like against Chelsea. Would have had 2 points, would have still been 13th if we'd have not got them. But yeah, anyway guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like. I'm not even going to, I don't know, just get as many likes as you possibly can. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next episode of whatever comes out next. I don't know, because like I said, I'm way ahead of myself. I've completely lost track of what's going up when. And yeah, I've got so many videos ready to go out. It's just like, yeah, okay, I'll get it out now. And then, yeah, I think my FIFA Ultimate Team Road to Glory, that will definitely have been out before this video. So yeah, as always guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and yeah, I will see you probably tomorrow for another video. See you later guys, peace out.